with John Lennon predicting his similar fate, although with even better accuracy. Fans had already predicted exactly how he'd die.
Dear Mr. Lennon, from information I received while using a Ouija board, I believe that there will be an attempt to assassinate you.
With Lennon stating in a 1965 interview, we'll either go in a plane crash or we'll be popped off by some loony.
You already know what it is. It's your boy Laid Back with another reaction, another review, another episode. Hey, TikTok, you up to bet. Bah! It's your boy Laid Back. Welcome back to my channel. Hey, two things we got to do. You got to hit that subscribe button. I'm drinking this water. You already know what it is, man. You are the prize in 2025. You are the prize in 2025. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you hit the notification bell. Stay up to date with all the videos. We back with another one, man. Hey, before we get into this, I'm running a promo code from now to the end of the year. Use the code SQUAD. You get 15% off on all the merch, whatever you want, until now to the end of the year. We back, man. This is about rappers predicting their death, artists predicting their death. It's gonna be, this one probably gonna be creepy, you know what I'm saying? So you make it to the end of this one, you're a real one for real. Don't forget to share this with the last person you text in your phone. If you're a real one, hit that like button, share the video, let's go. Let's go ahead and get into it. Fire Squad, what's poppin'? Let's get it.
Rappers who have tragically predicted their own deaths are more common than you'd think. Here we'll be breaking down rappers who foreshadowed their own deaths. XXXTentacion, a staple of SoundCloud, Josiah Onfroy, the 20-year-old rapper better known as XXXTentacion, was killed in an apparent robbery in Broward County, Florida. Prior to his death, he recorded the Moonlight and Sad music videos, which both adopted a gloomy and purgatory-like setting, eerily foreshadowing events to come. A week before the incident, he was live on Instagram saying,
"If I'm gonna die or ever be a sacrifice, I want to make sure that my life made at least 5 million kids happy."
Tupac Shakur. Considered one of hip-hop's greatest MCs, Tupac Shakur was a highly influential rapper whose life was cut short at the age of 25. His music often predicted his untimely death, lines like which he suffered after being shot in a drive-by shooting in Las Vegas. Quote, "I've been shot and murdered. Can tell you how it happened word for word." End quote. The most eerie prediction, however, is Tupac's final music video, I Ain't Mad At Ya, foreshadowed his death with a scene of him being shot after leaving an event. The video transitions to a heavily jammed session with Billie Holiday, Jimi Hendrix, Louis Armstrong, and Miles Davis. It was eerily prophetic of his real-life death a month later.
He wrote his death before his death happened. He shot the video for I Ain't Mad At You a week before he got killed.
PnB Rock, real name Rakeem Hashim Allen, tragically lost his life during a botched jewelry robbery in Los Angeles. Not too long beforehand, PnB talked to DJ Academics about how robberies had become more common in Los Angeles, saying,
"Where I'm from, we like sneaky criminals. Like in LA, it's like they bold."
Although he had never been robbed himself, he added,
I ain't gonna say never, cause I don't like saying never. I'm not superstitious and nothing like that, but I haven't been robbed.
Mac Miller. After Mac Miller's death, fans mourned the 26-year-old rapper and shared their sadness both online and in long lines at exhibitions in U.S. cities. Miller was often candid about his drug use and predicted his death in his music, rapping, quote,
"A drug habit like Philip Hoffman will probably put me in a coffin."
"And what do you do?" Mac Miller would later go on to tragically overdose on Xanax laced with fentanyl in his home in September of 2018. Juice WRLD. SoundCloud legend Juice WRLD, real name Jared Higgins, inspired a generation with his music. In his single Legends, the late rapper Juice WRLD stated that he would not live past the age of 21. In the song lyrics, he famously declared, quote,
"Was a 27 club, when making it past 21."
This became a hauntingly prophetic statement as Juice WRLD tragically passed away at the age of 21 in 2019. Lil Peep. Real name Gustav R. Lil Peep died on November 15, 2017 from an accidental drug overdose. He sang in a song before his death. Toxicology reports showed that fentanyl, Xanax, cocaine, and tramadol were found in his system. In an interview with ID, he spoke about his drug use and said, quote, "I used to abuse it really badly, like 20 pills a day, having seizures in my sleep. I don't abuse it anymore," end quote. Pop Smoke. Bashar Baraka Jackson, better known as Pop Smoke, was an American rapper and songwriter from Brooklyn, New York. He began his career as an underground artist in 2018, releasing songs such as Welcome to the Party and Dior. Before his untimely death during a home invasion, Pop Smoke would rap, quote, "Big 38, don't tote no 22s. Wait, I'm going state to state. I look my killer in his eyes. Yeah, I'm talking face to face."
I look my killer in his eyes. Yeah, I'm talking face to face.
This would foreshadow his death not only by gunfire, but also state to state, as he was in LA at the time he passed.
Ooh-wee. Oh, that's crazy.
These musicians predicted their own death. Number 1, XXXTentacion. In his documentary Look at Me, X told his record label the age at which he'd die.
And he just looked me dead in the eye. He was like, I'm not gonna make it past 21.
Also making it clear on Instagram Live that he knew that he'd die young.
If I'm gonna die or ever be a sacrifice, I want to make sure that my life made at least 5 million kids happy.
The final music video he'd ever film was him attending his own funeral, explaining exactly how he thought it had happened to DJ Academics.
How does this story end?
I live as long as I possibly can, and then boom, I die either of old age or somebody murder me or some shit. You shoot me in my brain, I only gotta feel 2 seconds of pain, and then I don't gotta look at you or look at nobody no more. That's easy.
He'd add whoever killed him would be a stupid person who doesn't care about their life enough to try me, but those people exist everywhere. DJ Academics then asks about his car.
Hey, how often you drive that I-8, bro?
With X then responding, bro, I be driving that and I'm scared as hell, because everyone knows what I drive. People have swerved to record me. I've been scared and thought I was going to die. Well, whilst driving that exact car, 6 months prior to his 21st birthday, X was shot by a group of idiots who didn't care about their life, just as he almost predicted perfectly. When the CCTV footage was then released publicly, fans realized that his song Train Food described exactly what had happened. No clue what there was next for me. Remember, there was people walking, talking in the distance. I was dressed for winter weather, but the summer rays were kissing me. In the distance, he awaited me, with John Lennon predicting his similar fate, although with even better accuracy. Fans had already predicted exactly how he'd die.
Dear Mr. Lennon, from information I received while using a Ouija board, I believe that there will be an attempt to assassinate you.
With Lennon stating in a 1965 interview, we'll either go in a plane crash or we'll be popped off by some loony. 4 years later, he'd released the song Come Together, which contained one creepy line over and over and over: shoot me. The Beatles had also made a song called Happiness is a Warm Gun, talking about the joy that a person gets from shooting. However, there was one more even crazier prediction. A local astrologer warned John Lennon he would be shot on an island, prompting the couple to cancel a planned yachting trip around the Greek islands on a boat. In fact, he was not shot on a Greek island, but an American one, Manhattan Island, by some loony who only pulled the trigger for his own sick enjoyment. John Lennon died on the same day as Juice WRLD, December 8th, 39 years apart, which becomes even weirder when looking at Juice WRLD's lyrics. In the song You Wouldn't Understand, he initially confirms that he listens to John Lennon. Then in All Girls Are the Same, he'd instead claim that he really felt like John Lennon, which was repeated in a different track named New Girl. However, most notably, in the song Way Too Much, Juice WRLD calls himself a drug-abusing, codeine-using, modern-day John Lennon, which would be the exact substance that led to Juice WRLD's overdose.
Really?
It was December 8th, 2019, a Sunday. Well, in the song Sippin' Red, Juice WRLD states, I'm really starting to like my demons. One day, yeah, I really want to meet them. One day, I'ma meet him on a Sunday. He'd also predict exactly how it'd happen. I wonder if my habits will kill me. I don't know why, but I get that feeling, further predicting when it would happen in the classic hit song Legends. What's the 27 club? We ain't making it past 21.
We're not gonna make it to 21. You don't feel that way, do you? Or do you honestly feel that way?
Juice WRLD died only 6 days after his 21st birthday. As for the 27 club, Jimi Hendrix knew that he'd be a part of that. In an interview, he'd bluntly state, I'm not sure I will live to be 28 years old. Similarly, during a 1969 trip to Morocco, Hendrix visited a clairvoyant. When they flipped over a death card, Hendrix took the prediction literally. I'm going to die before I'm 30, he told a friend. Hendrix further told his fashion designer,
I don't know how much longer I'm going to be doing what I'm doing.
But there was no better prediction than his song The Ballad of Jimmy. He'd write the lyrics many things he would try, for he knew soon he'd die. Now Jimmy's gone, he's not alone. His memory still lives on. He's not gone, he's just dead. 5 years this, he said. Jimi Hendrix recorded the song in October 1965, then died 4 years 11 months later in September 1970, just 1 month shy of his 5-year prophecy. John Denver's prediction was a bit more accidental. You surely know him from his most popular song, Country Roads Take Me Home, West Virginia, but it's his 6th most popular song that's a little more intriguing. Titled Leaving on a Jet Plane, he talks about hopping on a flight and never coming back. Now the time has come to leave you. One more time, let me kiss miss you, and I'll be on my way. Hold me like you'll never let me go, cause I'm leaving on a jet plane, don't know when I'll be back again. Well, 28 years after writing these lyrics, John Denver took a flight and never came back, crashing into Monterey Bay just south of San Francisco. This song hits way more once you know that he died at a plane crash. This man left us way too soon, whilst Lil Peep's entire discography repeatedly predicted how he'd die. One of the first...
Do you think these people like knew something was gonna happen to them, or do you just think that they was just living their life and just singing music and just whatever came to them, it just came out in the music? Or do you think it was some type of premonition there, or some type of feeling, or some type of something that was going on? Y'all let me know in the comments.
Lines on his very first mixtape was, I got a feeling that I'm not gonna be here for next year, so let's laugh a little before I'm gone.
Whoa.
When asked about death, he'd further add,
everything changes with time. Like, you can't predict where you're gonna be next year. You have no idea.
Which was the main theme in countless different songs. In Life is Beautiful, he'd state, I think I'ma die alone inside my room, whilst in a different song, Falling for Me, Peep expressed, I don't wanna die, I don't want to OD. As a result, Adam22 joked,
when you come in and see that, just know that that's a Lil Peep memorial. Well, not a memorial because he's not dead yet, but he's working on it.
Having no clue what would happen only 6 months later, Peep would make a final Instagram post reading, when I die you'll love me, which would happen the very next day.
What?
Peep overdosed alone inside his tour bus, described exactly in songs like Runaway, I was dying and nobody was there. Tupac had a line that was even more chilling, I've been shot and murdered, can't tell you how it happened word for word. He'd also release a song called If I Die Tonight, on which he raps, I hope they bury me and send me to my rest. Headlines reading, murdered to death, my last breath. Tupac was already shot at the age of 23, at which point he'd tell a journalist, they didn't get me this time, but it's coming. The journalist then asked,
what do you think's gonna happen in 15 years for you, or 10 years? Where do you see yourself?
To which Tupac responded,
best case, in a cemetery. Not in a cemetery, sprinkled in ashes, smoked up by my homies.
He'd therefore also tell a friend, I ain't gonna be around long enough to have kids. Tupac added, I'm telling you, I ain't gonna live past 25. At the age of 24, he'd released the song Death Around the Corner and claimed he was having visions of leaving here in a hearse. The final music video he ever made was for I Ain't Mad at Ya, in which he walks out of a venue and is gunned down unexpectedly. 4 months after filming it, Tupac walked out of a Mike Tyson boxing match and was gunned down unexpectedly. He was, as predicted, 25 years old. But you can't talk about Tupac without mentioning Biggie, whose one and only album he released while alive was eerily titled Ready to Die.
I think somebody's trying to kill me. I'll be waking up paranoid. I'll be really scared.
It featured songs like Who Shot Ya and Everyday Struggle, on which he states, sometimes I hear death knocking at my front door. On another song he raps, I swear to God I feel like death is effing calling me, but it's this interview here that's just downright scary. Biggie announces the name of his new second album, Life After Death, to be released a month after the interview. Well, 13 days later, Biggie was shot and killed, meaning Life After Death was released 16 days after he actually died. It featured songs such as Last Day and Somebody's Gotta Die, then closes with a track titled You're Nobody Till Somebody Kills You. Mac Miller's songs followed a similar theme. There's an extremely long Reddit post highlighting every Mac Miller lyric that foreshadowed his death, and even then the top comment is, there's more than that, my friend. Many come from his 2014 mixtape Faces, which featured songs like Funeral and Grand Finale, as well as lines perfectly predicting, suppose I'll die alone from an overdose of some sort. On the mixtape he'd further state, a drug habit like Philip Hoffman will probably put me in a coffin, although 2 years later he'd changed his tune. In his Stopped Making Excuses documentary, Mac stated,
overdosing is just not cool. There's no legendary romance. You don't go down in history because you overdosed.
Damn.
You just die.
On his song Perfect Circle / Godspeed, Mac further added, everybody say I need rehab. They don't want me to OD and have to talk to my mother, telling her they could have done more to help me, and she'll be crying saying that she'll do anything to have me back. I need to wake up before one morning I don't wake up. On That's Life, Mac Miller told the world, I'm headed to the other side, where the grass is always greener. However, there was no crazier line than this one rapped on Brand Name. To everyone who sell me drugs, don't mix it with that bullshit. I'm hoping not to join the 27 Club.
No, really? He said that? He said that?
Well, Mac died 3 months before turning 27, overdosing on pills mixed with fentanyl. One of his final lines, released just 35 days beforehand. I can feel my fingers slipping. In a motherfucking instant, I'll be gone.
Wow. He was saying, like, basically, like, he wanted to, like he wanted to die some shit, like. And that shit, like, that shit hit me, like, bro, you know, I cried though, like listening to some of that shit.
Yeah. There's supposed to be another album that's supposed to come out.
Yeah.
It's in the works.
Yeah.
How many songs do you have of his?
Like maybe like 3,000.
Wait. You have 3,000 songs,
or more. I've been finding more songs. I don't know, that kid was crazy, man.
3,000 songs. Because remember all the Tupac albums that came out?
Yeah.
That wasn't 3,000 songs.
Yeah.
That was maybe 300, maybe, or maybe 100.
Well, Juice got at least like 600-700 songs that's leaked on the internet right now.
Shit. Okay. I mean, his album was streamed by Spotify 5.9 billion times, which made him the fourth most streamed artist in the world.
Yeah.
Dang.
When you see these types of numbers and the effect, and he's not even around to promote it, you know what I mean? So it's kind of like you lose that part of it, and still it does. One of the biggest artists in the world. Like, how do you feel?
Feel good about it because there's no, like, people really, he had a big impact on people.
Yeah. Well, I guess before he passed, there was a group called Yellow Card that tried to sue him over Lucid Dreams.
Yeah.
And I guess they continued the lawsuit even after he passed.
Yeah.
Is that still going?
No, I think it's over with.
Okay, did you guys settle with them or they dropped it?
I think they dropped it.
Okay.
Yeah, they dropped it. It's nice of them to drop it, man.
Right.
Well, I guess they actually felt bad.
Maybe.
About the whole thing. The Kid Leroy.
Yeah.
Him and Juice met when Juice WRLD was on tour in Australia?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Did you know Nipsey Hussle predicted his own death with chilling accuracy? In 2018 interviews, he spoke about being marked for his community work and Dr. CB documentary. He said, they don't want certain people to touch certain things. Nipsey structured his entire business empire to survive without him, giving detailed instructions to his team. He prepared for death like he knew it was coming. His final Instagram post read, having strong enemies is a blessing. Hours later, on March the 31st, 2019, he was murdered outside his own store. Every warning he gave came true. Did speaking about danger create his reality, or was he simply aware of the price for trying to change his community? His own words became his prophecy.
5 rappers who predicted their own deaths. And to start off, we have Juice WRLD with the song Legends.
What's a 27 club? We ain't making it past 21.
And number 2, we have Tupac.
Y'all been shot and murdered. Can't tell you how it happened word for word. But best believe that niggas gon' get what they deserve.
Number 3, we have Mac Miller and Brand Name.
To everyone who sell me drugs, don't mix it with that bullshit. I'm hoping not to join the 27 club.
Crazy.
Number 4, we have Lil Peep with the song Come Around. And last but not least, we have XXXTentacion with an Insta Live.
If I'm gonna die or ever be a sacrifice, I want to make sure that my life made at least 5 million kids happy.
Be sure to follow for more.
Did Mac Miller predict his own death? This theory says yes. Okay, so the first piece of evidence is the fact that he made a music video some years ago called Self-Care. What's eerie about this song is that 3/4 of the entire music video take place with him inside of a casket.
What?
Now, what made this music video interesting as well is what was carved on the casket itself. On the lid of the casket, there was a phrase from Latin, memento mori, that means in English, remember that you will die.
Wow.
But wait, there's more. There are over 17 instances in which Mac Miller referenced his own death throughout his discography. And it gets even crazier. The album that was released after his death had even more messages about his death. The song That's Life on his album Circles talked about his drug abuse and some of the issues he was having with depression. He even goes on to say in one of his songs, "I'm headed to the other side where the grass is always greener. See, my cash got deeper and my morals disappeared." Now, with all this evidence I just showed you, do you think I'm tripping? Or do you believe that Mac Miller really did sense that death was on its way? Tell me what you think in the comments.
If I got shot and ended up in the hospital, and I don't have a million people outside of that hospital trying to get inside, storming inside to make sure I'm okay, I would never, ever make music ever again. And I would abandon and become the evil person that everybody perceived me to be. And I would just be selfish like everybody else. Because then what was everything for? And I know it's possible. I know it's possible because my mind is a kingdom. Take pride in being a part of that kingdom. That energy that they feed on, this music that they use.
He said, my mind is a kingdom.
Tupac could see the
By most
future.
people is viewed as the greatest rapper of all time because he had a futuristic pen about himself. His pen sometimes wrote the future, and it told a story of what it's going to be as opposed to what it is. And now it's prophesied. You're starting to see it and you're starting to hear it. And it makes him seem like one of the greatest philosophers of the world because his pen told you this years ago. He wrote what's happening nowadays. He's seen it. So it puts him on a level of a spirit or a god when you're able to profess and manifest that through your pen. Like he wrote his death before his death happened. He shot the video for I Ain't Mad At You a week before he got killed. Like, why would you do a video about you getting killed? And then a week later, you get killed.
Rest in peace.
Yo, I was just listening to Dreamin' by PnB Rock, and in the first few verses or lyrics, he was like, "Shots fired, man down, I ain't breathing." And it's so sad because that's literally how his life was ended. And my thing is, y'all gotta watch what y'all say in these songs, because I really believe these songs manifest, even in my own music. Like, I would say certain things, and that shit will come to fruition in real life. So, I swear, these rappers have to watch what they say in these songs. Absolutely. Literally, their manifestation.
Your mom is still alive, right?
Yeah.
You know, you got siblings?
Yep. I got 2 sisters, a little god sister, and a big brother.
Right. You got people who love you.
Definitely.
You got kids?
No.
Okay. But you will have kids at one point. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you want to live long enough to have kids.
For sure.
And if you keep going down this road, you're never going to experience what it's like to have kids, which is one of the greatest experiences a human being could have. You know? Yeah, you could go down and say, okay, you know, Fulio, he didn't take no shit from nobody, whatever else, but you're not around to, you know, to feel that love because you're gone.
Oh, you trying? And it's crazy because I done dodged death so many times. Sometimes I just be like, it's just the way I live. I don't know, like, I don't know. I just see death so much.
Let me tell you, man. I've had so many rappers that I've interviewed die violently. Yeah. Or rappers that I was on the phone with the day before and they get killed. Me and Pop Smoke were on the phone 2 days before he died, planning our interview the next week. Me and G Money from Baton Rouge had an interview planned, and then he gets killed.
Rappers that predicted their own death. If you could bring one rapper back, comment which rapper you would bring back right now. Also, check out my full video on this right there. Let's go. Mac Miller constantly talked about drug abuse in his songs. Every time he mentioned his death, if I wrote it down, it would take up at least 2 pages of lyrics.
Wow.
But one time he said, to everyone who sells me drugs, don't mix it with that bullshit. I'm hoping not to join the 27 Club.
Crazy.
They mixed it with that bullshit, and he joined the 27 Club. X was also a rapper who was low-key infatuated with the way he would die. He was only 20 years old and had at least 5
20.
different instances where he talked about his death. That is not normal. It was one time he even said, if anyone tries to kill me, it was Drake. And then Drake had a lyric where he said, Triple X, that's the only time I shoot below the neck. And Triple X died with a shot below the neck. King Von has an entire song called When I Die, where he completely explains his death. If they kill King Von, then something's not right. The ops don't play with him. That happened from inside. Pretty much saying if he was to die, it was an inside job. Saying that it was planned if they killed King Von. Next, we got Juice WRLD. Now, Juice WRLD, he has a whole bunch of lyrics that talk about his death, but this one just gives you chills. If it wasn't for the pills, I wouldn't be here. Let's be for real. But if I keep taking these pills, I won't be here. I just told y'all my secret. It's tearing me to pieces that I really, really, really need pills.
I remember that. I remember reacting to that song. I remember that.
I'm at a point right now in my life where there's a lot I know that I want to tell people. There's a lot of things that I want to teach, but I'm afraid. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm scared because I got 4 grandchildren, and I got children that are in this world. I got people I care about, and I got people that I care about that don't necessarily believe what I believe. And I'm not. I have no fear of it. And I think that those that would oppose my beliefs, they've probably done enough. If somebody's after me or if somebody's watching me, then they know enough about me to know that I have no fear of it. So you know me. It just confirms that what I said was true. I do have a fear of them hurting my family. So I'm quiet about certain things. I don't talk about everything I know because I don't want nobody in my family to be hurt.
The pressure, huh? Pressure.
Well, what do you think? What would you say to Fulio? You know what I'm saying? If you had a chance to talk to him.
You finna end up in a penitentiary or you gonna end up dead. Point blank. You gonna end up in a penitentiary or you gonna end up dead. Just like that.
It seemed like on his songs he would talk about this, like he already knew where he was going. What?
Guess what? He knew. At the end of the day, you go to prison or you die. Prison will save a lot of you young. Trust me. All the young that's out here now playing with that pistol, if you put all them young in that jail,
right,
keep them up or down about 15, 20 years.
Shout out to my partner, Lil B. He just got out. He did about 11 years, and he said, not the way.
And that's what I'm talking about. Because you know why, homie? We don't know the results of being a street nigga until we go through it.
I have no fear in losing my life. You understand what I'm saying? So you want to assassinate me? You want to assassinate my character? You want to do whatever you want to do? Do it. I dare you. You know what I'm saying? My army is strong in the street. Like right now, I'm snitching on the government. I'm snitching on the Illuminati. I'm snitching on the military. I'm snitching on the fucking religion. I'm snitching on some real. I'm on my how I should have been back in the early 90s, but it's never too late. Hey yo, we need to get together and go at the government, son, the military, all these that's corrupting our minds, our brains, the Food and Drug Administration, Hollywood, you name it, healthcare, everything. Everything is connected. It's all crooked. They got this whole world. They got our minds. Don't believe me? Go out there and research the facts yourself, and you'll see what I'm saying. It's nothing but righteous. You know what I'm saying? I don't got time to be spreading lies. I ain't got time for lies. I'm building an army, nigga. I got an army in the street. You want to join my army? Everybody's welcome. I don't give a fuck what color you are, what culture you from, what religion you believe in. It ain't about that. It's all about you a positive and negative person, son. You know what I'm saying?
That's real. Positive or negative.
There's a line you recently said too that impacted a lot of people. We're not gonna make it till 21.
Yeah.
You don't feel that way, do you?
I feel like everybody dying young. You know what I'm saying?
If you're truly great, you die young.
That's crazy, but that's what it is.
His name was Juice WRLD. Is dead at the age of 21. He went into cardiac arrest at Midway Airport and could not be revived.
Was it 27?
His verse on the song, he's talking about dying and being reincarnated, and he's rapping as if he came back. And the hook,
of the song is, I'm gonna be nice until nice comes back. That song feels like prophecy.
We lost him not too long after that, right? When I got the verse back, when he played it for me, he didn't even tell me what was going on. He just played it. I felt it the first time I heard it. He loved hip hop so much. He loved rap so much. He had his own rap camp.
Damn.
I don't see anybody talking about how Juice WRLD pretty much laid out exactly how he passed away. Bro, just read this. Went to LA, almost missed my flight twice. I was off the Zans that night. Almost died on them. That's the last flight. I was pretty cool in my last life.
What?
Now, if you don't know, look, this is his last day. He was on a plane, and once he landed, that's when it happened. Bro, it gets crazier. It feels like I'm on a plane. Allow me to elaborate. That means I'm so damn high that heaven feels a touch away.
Wow.
It gets wilder, bro, because it's always fun in games until you become the pun, until you become the one on the news with the OD, on the news with a nosebleed. Bro, I don't even know what to say. It gets to a point where it's so crazy that, like, bro, he has to be some sort of genie.
Oh.
People don't want to fight no more. So that's even that's not a conversation no more. Because if I say anything to a nigga and they got a pistol on them and they fear me, they gonna put a bullet in my brain right then and there. Fighting. No, I'm not looking for a fight anymore, nor was I. I just did it because I had to sometimes. As angry as I fucking get because sometimes I just can't control my mind. Or this quote unquote demon of anger.
Damn.
Tell God save a bed for me coming soon.
He said something in a song with Duffy and Peso before he died. Me and Ralphie and everybody was telling the nigga to take it off. And he was like, nah, nigga, I ain't say that. I ain't say that.
Ron, the producer, one of Draco's closest collaborators, spoke on a podcast and addressed a controversial line. What he shared gave deeper meaning to the lyric and sparked even more conversation around whether Draco was predicting his fate or simply making peace with what he saw coming.
I'm the cold devil, but I really need to find Jesus.
I believe God took Draco because he had a bigger purpose for him. You know what I'm saying? Just like how he took Nipsey.
With Draco, though, he say shit into existence, bro.
From the beginning of time, the tongue has been dangerous.
And then you a rapper, bro, so it's like, I feel like that shit is spiritual, fool. He said something in a song with Duffy and Peso before he died, bro.
What'd he say?
It's in the Cliffhanger song.
Tell God save a bed for me coming soon.
Me and Ralphie and everybody was telling the nigga to take it off. And he was like, nah, nigga, I ain't say that. I ain't say that. And then it was just like, a couple days later, nigga died.
But the concert was shut down after the stabbing. Video from the scene posted on social media showed a fight outside the stadium, but it's unclear if that was related to the stabbing.
All right, guys, that was another TikTok compilation, man. That was about rappers, artists predicting their deaths, man. You made it this far, you a real one for real. Y'all let me know in the comments, man. Do y'all think these people, like I said, had a premonition knowing what was going on? Do you think they were just living in the moment? Or do you think they felt something? You know what I'm saying? Or do you think they just manifested it from just singing it, rapping it, and then boom, it happened? But some of this stuff is really accurate with how they was depicting how they might be getting out of here. Very strange, man, but hey, till next time, self-love and positivity. Fire Squad, I got you and you know it.